Hello, my name is Angela. Just fix my. My name is Angela, and I am here teaching Adore Your Pelvic Floor. I understand some folks are joining, and I can't see who's here actually. So, just want to say thank you for coming and exploring your pelvic floor with me. Today, we're going to do all of our poses lying down. We're really going to focus on, actually, we have a couple of downward dogs, plank poses, but we're going to be low to the floor, grounding our energy down, helping us find our root chakra, and helping us really be mindful, become mindful of the muscles around our pelvic floor. I am studying this right now with a guru, a yoga teacher who teaches yoga teachers. And it is very clear that some folks are not aware of the muscles in their pelvic floor. And over tightening can be a really big problem. Keeping our muscles clenched and tight can actually be one of the problems in organ prolapse. So with that in mind, let's get started. We just have 30 minutes. So let's think of our action now as we lie down and breathing, expanding the diaphragm. As we expand the diaphragm, we expand the pelvic diaphragm. Very soothing to our organs, to all of our systems of calibration for hormone balance. So let's lie down, and we have a very short time together. So let's connect. Now, if you feel comfortable like this, that's great. If you feel like having a pillow or a bolster or a blanket under your knees, that is lovely. So find your way down and just take a few deep breaths, connecting with your body, connecting in, breathing in. Welcome. I see someone popped up here. There are a couple of folks who are attending and not showing their cameras. So thank you for joining. And as you lie down, connecting with the breath, breathing in, bring your hands to your rib cage or even down to your lower belly and feel the rise and fall of the breath. Cleansing with oxygen, nourishing the body. And as you breathe in, filling up the space with your breath, expanding the muscles. Connect with your pelvic floor, and as you breathe in, feeling the muscles up, pulling your muscles up in a linear fashion if you are able to find them. If not, just gently contracting the muscles. Breathing out, expanding the muscles open. So breathing in, contracting, feeling a pull up through the center line of your body, if that's possible. Otherwise, just contract and then exhale, expand. Contracting the muscles and expanding the muscles. 2 more times, really just breathing in, connecting with the energy of the Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor lock mechanism that helps us control our energy in this part of our body, and then release. Wonderful, wonderful, fantastic. So let's remove any kind of props that you have. And here we're going to find ourselves in a corpse pose or a supine Tadasana pose. And from here, I want us to gently lift our heads up. You can support your neck with your hands. We're going to just invoke a little crunch that's going to crunch our upper abdominal muscles here. And as we do so, we don't want to bear down on the lower part of our body. Instead, as we pull up, welcome, hello, as we pull up with our heads, pulling in an upward motion the muscles of our pelvic floor up. So we're going to lift. So just feel welcome to get settled. This is a low impact class. We're just stretching and bringing some awareness to our pelvic floor today. So welcome to all. Breathing in. There may be some folks attending they don't have a camera on. Thank you for being here. And then lifting and breathing in, feeling that motion up with our bodies, and then breathing out. Fantastic. Welcome. Breathing in and out. And then as we breathe in, let us bring ourselves over to the left side with our right elbow. Again, breathing in as we crunch. Breathing out as we lie down, expanding the pelvic floor muscles. So then let's integrate a bit. And what we're going to do is bring our left knee up to our right elbow. Breathing in, contracting the muscles, breathing out, expanding, letting go of the breath. And then let's take it on the other side. Breathing in, expanding the muscles, breathing out, expanding the muscles, sorry. Breathing in, contracting, pulling the pelvic floor up. Breathing out, expanding, releasing the abdominal muscles. We're working the sides of our body, the oblique muscles here. And at your own pace, let's do 3 on each side. Expanding. Breathing in, pulling up the pelvic floor, up into the navel. One more on each side, we're getting there. Pulling it up and in. And relax. Oh, just shake it out. Really, really nice. Lovely. Okay, now what we're going to do now is bring our hands under our lower backs. And as you feel comfortable, bringing one leg up and feeling the muscles in the pelvic floor area, just bringing this leg up, expanding and contracting the muscles with your breath, breathing in, contracting the pelvic floor muscles, breathing out, expanding. You can flex your foot, that might give you a little more power. Let's just breathe in one more time here. Contracting the pelvic floor, expanding on the exhale, pressing the leg out. Let's bring up the left leg here. You can point or flex, whatever you choose. Breathe in, contracting the muscles. And out, expanding the muscles. So the breathing in, contracting, and letting go are part of the toning of these muscles and the discovery of all that amazing protection, wisdom, divinity that we hold in our root chakra. And then let's exhale and bring it down. So, depending upon where you are, bringing your legs up to a tabletop position, we're going to focus on lifting the lower part of the abdominal muscles, and in the lift, invoking our root chakra through our pelvic floor. We will be lifting up and tightening the pelvic floor muscles, using the pelvic floor muscles to really engage the abdominal muscles. So breathing in, crunching, expanding on the exhale, breathing in, really allowing that gentle crunch ignited by your pelvic floor, pressing up through the abdominal area. And two, let's do 3 more times. 1. Finding the pelvic floor muscles today. It's really the goal with some more strengthening exercises to help us see the benefits after this class, right? So we have 1 more. Just really make it amazing. Make this the best one. And release. Let it all go. Shake it out. And then let's flip over for some cow pose. And Marjyasana and Vitsalasana. Marjyasana is being a kitty, stretching up. Exhale. And now integrating all of it together as you're pulling up. Bring the pelvic floor muscles up to your abdomen. Feeling that linear line that's really connecting all of the lower lines of the channels of energy going into our spine. This action is really the beginning of resetting our nervous system and allowing for deeper connections with our body, our immunity, and it's just a simple, powerful action to strengthen our constitution. Okay, exhaling, expanding the muscles, breathing in. Let's do 2 more times. Whoa, I'm feeling it. And then expanding, breathing in, and expanding. Beautiful. Take a moment to stretch the neck. We really went into this straight on, so just stretching the neck. And then let's find ourselves into our first downward dog of the day, Adho Sukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. I'm inching my way to the floor with my hamstrings, setting yourself up here, really feeling the power of this pose. The lifting of the tummy, you're feeling stronger. We just did all the ab work, igniting the pelvic floor. From here in this very expanded pose and shape, let us bring in contracting the pelvic floor with 3 breaths here. And then on the exhale, expanding the pelvic floor. And as you're inhaling, lifting your heels up be really helpful. So let's take 2 breaths here, lifting up, contracting the pelvic floor, breathing out, placing the heels down and expanding the pelvic floor, breathing in, contracting, pulling it all up, breathing out, expanding and pressing it all down. 1 more time, let's do it. Lift up, pulling up the pelvic floor and then pressing it down. Wonderful. And then let's take a minute and lift. Ooh, I'm in a funny spot. Lifting our left foot up, keeping the hips parallel. Pulse the pelvic floor here 2 times. 1, 2. Expand the muscles and bring the leg down. And the same thing on the right side. Let's lift it up. Hips are parallel. Contract, 1, 2, and bring it down. Let's find our way down to child's pose and just have a quick moment to just bring it all together here. Have a little break. I'm getting a bit warm. And I'm going to take this off. I have a little injury on my elbow, so don't pay that any mind. I have a new puppy. And I fell down and bumped my elbow. So here we are. Let's find ourselves into plank pose, bringing it down to the ground. Doing a quick chaturanga and pulling up the pelvic floor, bringing the head facing down. Lift up into plank pose, bringing the left foot off of the ground, breathing in, holding this, pulling in the pelvic floor and exhaling while you are contracting. Breathing in one time, expanding the muscles and bringing the left leg down. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Lift up, breathing in once, exhaling, holding, contracting the pelvic floor muscles, breathing in, and exhaling, bringing it all down. Fantastic. One more child's pose here. Ooh, brilliant. Brilliant. Fantastic. And then make your way back down to the ground. We're going to lie down in a supine Tadasana pose. And we're going to have a little moment here of bringing our arms up to the back of the wall and inching our legs over into a little crescent moon kind of arrangement here. So I'm straight here and I'm bringing my body into a curved shape. So experimenting with this lying down and bringing the arms around is a very grounding practice. And it helps us to orient our proprioceptive senses when we do this kind of experimental arrangement. It brings more power to our upright positions. As we get older, our vision changes, and it's good to help create a dynamic body shape every day. Trying something new. Downward dog is also really great for that. So bringing our shape into more of a C, let's experiment with what it feels like to breathe in, pulling up the pelvic floor muscles in this way. Do you notice a shift? I'm noticing my left side, the more open side, is getting a really exciting. I'm feeling a little more action there. So pulling it in on an inhale and then expanding. If you want to create a starker C shape, bringing your legs just a little bit closer, creating more of a crunch here in your right side, feel free to do so. Breathing in, pulling in the pelvic floor muscles, feeling that tension, that contraction here in this part of your hip. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Breathing in, contracting, breathing out, expanding. One more time. Breathing in, contracting, breathing out, expanding. I'll take off my little bandage here. Kind of got a little weird. Got a little aloe on my elbow with that bandage. So from here, let's take a deep breath. Let's bring it back to center. Shake it out. Notice any shifts here. I'm feeling very open. We just stretched the left intercostal muscles. And let's take a deep breath and get set up for the other side. Taking a deep breath, setting it up, finding your space. I'm a little crunched up here, so just finding that space and keeping the integrity, not bending the knees too much, really wiggling your way over. Finding where you need to be, where that open stretches. You should feel your ribs expanding on the right side. Really, really feeling it. And leveraging our hips this way can help us find deeper action in our pelvic floor. So as we breathe in, contracting the pelvic floor, noticing the connection from the pelvic floor to these lower oblique muscles, really feeling the engagement there, and then release. And contracting and release. If you're not feeling the engagement, it's no problem. We just need to do a little more toning and we will find it. Just pressing on with these practices as you can every day, twice a week, whatever you can do is okay. Breathing in, contracting, and exhaling. One more time. Letting it all go, wiggling it out. How are you feeling? Checking in with the body. Almost there, almost there. Let's take a moment to just stretch our legs to our tummies. You're giving yourself a hug and really releasing all the energy out through our back sides. Noticing any new shifts in our back, lower back muscles, our ab muscles. I'm feeling pretty stretched. And let's just find our feet and bring ourselves into happy baby. If this is where you are, if you're able to hold the sides of your feet, great. If you want to bring your fingers to your big toe and expand open that way, that's a good way to go. Or really just holding the backs of your thighs can be very helpful, just like bringing it all in this way. Whatever you're most comfortable with is fine. The key here is to offer a nice massage to your lower back. Yoga can be very beneficial in giving self-massage, and asana practice in general is so liberating to our organs, helping our organs find their optimal shape for health and wellness. So as we're stretching out here, really engaging the pelvic floor muscles now and just taking a moment to breathe in, toning the pelvic floor, pulling it up and in, and then expanding when your breath out. And again, breathing it up and in. And in your own time, let's take 5 more breaths here, breathing up and in. Engaging this area is very healthy for our bodies in resetting our hormones. The communication that you're sending from your pelvic floor organs to your pituitary gland and your thyroid gland, it's all happening right now. Very healthy practice for us, especially for those of us over 40. Very gentle. And then when you're ready, you can find your feet down on the ground, bringing the left foot down, bringing the right knee up. Let's take a little supine twist here. And we are going to press our knee over. You can extend the leg if you feel like it. But if you want to just have a gentle stretch to the back, you're feeling that flow of stretch from the hamstring down through the gluteal muscles, wrapping around the back, the lower back. Take a deep breath, pressing it down. You can engage the pelvic floor muscles here, or you can just relax. Pressing down that right arm, that right shoulder, and then bringing the leg open, feeling what that feels like. Allowing gravity to just stretch this inner thigh, bringing some life to the hip muscle, the hip joint. And then bring it back up and press down. Take a deep breath. Notice how different your right leg feels. So let's do the same love for the left side. And then bringing the knee up and then pressing over to the right. Keeping the left shoulder pressed into the floor, pressing it down. It's such a simple stretch. Many yoga classes end with this stretch, but the benefits are brilliant. And that little stretch and massage to the lower back can just help all of the rest of the day. Breathing in, planting that right leg into the floor, and then opening back up. Exhale. Breathing in, exhaling. Allowing gravity to do its thing, bringing down the left leg. So lovely. Are you feeling stronger in your core? I am. I'm feeling like I just did a little treat for myself. And then bringing leg up and out, shaking it out. We can find ourselves in Savasana Pose here and do what you must to elevate the knees, finding a nice little position that you like for yourself. We'll just stay here for a few moments, connecting deeply with our bodies, integrating the work that we've done, allowing the blood flow to return to all the right places. Take 5 breaths here. Now when you're ready, you can wiggle your hands and fingers, coming back to things, bringing it all together here. Returning back to the day, roll over on your right side and press up when you are ready. Just doing a little time check here. Okay, we're good on time. We'll just take a little 2-minute meditation. This is a short little class, so thank you for joining me. So connecting all this work that we did with our brains, bringing the body and the mind together at this time. The work that we did in our pelvic floor was directly related to stimulating the vagus nerve, which is a deep connecting point through our torso of our bodies and on up into our brain. Really connecting this work in a deep and meaningful way. As we settle in and return to our bodies, to our lives, to our space around us, may we ripple positive energy into our home spaces, into all who know us virtually and in person. With hands together in Anjali Mudra, hands to the heart, hands to the third eye and the crown. May all of the divine wisdom in you reflect into the world around you. Thank you for joining me for my practice today. Namaste. Thank you for exploring your pelvic floor with me. It's a very lovely practice, and I appreciate your being a part of it today. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you again soon. Hi, thank you, Heather. You can say hi if you want to.
Oh, I can't talk. Great class. It's a pleasure doing it live versus recording, at least.
Oh, always, right? I know it's a virtual thing, but I'm really glad that you have a yoga studio opening up, and I just want to thank you for joining too, Michaela. It's a pleasure, and I appreciate you both.
Thank you.
Sorry, my video wasn't working. I couldn't start it. No, for whatever reason. I would have. Yeah.
No, this is so. I've been experimenting with this platform since the spring, and since last spring, and it's kind of clunky. Anyway, I'm kind of transitioning over to another platform, probably by the summer. So maybe that'll be better, I hope. And hopefully I can start doing this in person, which is really helpful.
Yes, for sure.
Well, have a great weekend and enjoy your time today.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angela.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. How you doing, honey?